What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another movie corner. Girl, I don't know why this one popped up in my mind. No, you wanna know what it was? I was browsing, looking for something on TV, making sure I was caught up on my TV shows, and the movie just popped up on the app, okay? This is on the Paramount Plus app. If you have it, if you want to go watch it again, or if you never watched it, honestly, if you never watched Save the Last Dance, you ain't really missing nothing. But at the same time, it's like, how old are you? Okay, that's just what I want to know. But anyway, so we are here for Say the Last Dance, okay? And this movie came out in 2001. I was a freshman in high school, girl. A freshman in high school. Baby, let me tell you something. Say the Last Dance came out around the time where it was a lot of dance movies that were coming out. You had Say the Last Dance, you had You Got Served, you had oh my god, the Step Up movies. Oh, and you want to know what most of them all came out to be like? The main protagonist or the main person in the movie that it was centered around, minus Say the Last Dance, not Say the Last Dance, but You Got Served, but they was going against white folks, was the white people was at the center. They was the main characters. Like, when I hear dance shows or dance movies, you know, maybe because I'm black and I feel like, you know, melanated people and, you know, people of color, we have no shade to my other to my Caucasians, because some of y'all do got a little bit of rhythm. That is the stereotype that y'all have to live with, and it's a handful of y'all that beats that stereotype every time, and y'all should be proud of yourself, okay? Because y'all can do a little bumpity bump too, you know what I'm saying? Shake your hips, but not a lot, okay? Not a lot. No shade. And I just found it really, really weird sometimes when I looked at, especially as an adult, because what happened was, they knew to let this stuff come out for the kids, and it was geared towards the teens and the you know, probably like, you know, junior high, grammar school type of kids or whatever, and teenagers. Well, mostly teenagers, you know. And back then, I think we was impressed with just about anything, because as you look at this stuff when you're an adult, and you're just like, this is so cringeworthy. Like, we really went up for this, okay? Say the Last Dance was one of those. Step Up, I just don't understand how come not one movie was there a black lead. And I'm not talking about, oh, the second lead or whatever. No, playing the wingman or the second in the command or whatever. No, I'm talking about how come it wasn't a black lead. All right, I just didn't understand it. Y'all want to go up for Channing Tatum? I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, somebody could be like, oh my god, Ashley, what? I don't see it. I really don't think that he can dance. Okay, I really don't think he can dance. What I mean about that is the same way that I feel like Julia Stiles cannot dance, and they should have got somebody that was a little bit more experienced to do this role. Maybe it would have came off a little bit better for me, but as an adult, I realized, you know, granted, that ain't her forte, so we're not gonna go too hard on her. But Julia Stiles was thinking about the steps the same way Britney Spears be dancing. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Britney Spears, to me, I ain't talking about the Britney that be dancing in her living room today, okay, with her little coochie cutters on. No, I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about when she be up in her videos or whatever. Not necessarily videos, but like when she be performing and she be on stage and all that stuff, you can literally tell when she's thinking about the next step. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what Julia was doing. That's what how I feel like Channing Tatum was up in Step Up and Magic Mike and all that stuff. I was like, I don't get the hype. Somebody gonna be like, girl, what the fuck? You know, they're gonna be like, Ashley, just because you got, no, I know talent when I know talent. He ain't bad, but he ain't up there to the part where people are talking so much about, oh my god, he's so good. Girl, no. I was sitting here looking at stuff one day, I was like, for real. Now y'all know y'all could have got somebody else to play this up and Step Up, right? All right. But let's get up into Say the Last Dance. I might do Step Up, but then again, I don't want to sit through all of them. Because they're all the same. Different locations, but the same thing with the same white people. No shade. It was a couple of them that I like. The dude that was, what's the one with the mousy hair? Oh my god, I love him. Y'all know exactly who it is. The one that was in Miami, the one he was throwing out the stuff. I said you better do that. You better do that. And he's still raw today. Anyway, moving on from that. We are here for Say the Last Dance, which came out in 2001. This was one of Kerry Washington's like really, really big roles that really broke her out into the movies and stuff like that, into the mainstream of acting and all that. She played Chanel, and then you had Sean Patrick Thomas who played Derek. They played brothers and sisters, you know. And then you had Sarah who was played by Julia Stiles. I will say this. I don't know if this was Julia Stiles, one of like her first real big movie, probably not. But you could tell that this was in the infancy for me of her acting, because her acting really wasn't that good up in this, okay? And I've seen her in things afterwards, and Mama can act. And she really, girl, y'all gotta watch her in Cocaine Bear. She was her, first of all, the whole movie is hilarious, okay? But yeah, she played the mama up in Cocaine Bear. That was hilarious. I had to give it to Miss Julia Stiles, okay? But this movie, I'm gonna have to give you a chop. Chop, okay? Because it just really wasn't it. It did not float my boat in 2024, okay? And listen, it's been a long time since I watched this movie. And I was sitting here just a little while ago looking at it like, is this supposed to be a drama or is this supposed to be comedy? Because I don't think I'm supposed to be laughing at this stuff. But at the same time, I felt offended by a couple of things, all right? And y'all already finna buckle in, okay? So you got that, and then you also got Miss Bianca Lawson, okay? Forever 16. Girl, I don't know what vampire she been drinking blood from. I don't know because Mama has been looking like she's been 16 for the past 20 plus years. It's only been recently, like in the past maybe 3 years, that she's starting to look at least 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, she looked like she aged a couple of years after the 16. You know, I don't know what's going on in them jeans or whatever, Mr. Richard Lawson, okay? Because he still look good for his age too. All right, I really want to know what went down between Mama Tina and Richard Lawson. Like, what happened? Who did what to what? Did he cheat? Because he looked like he used to be a playboy back in the day. He used to get them, bitch. Okay, but anyway, so you got them and all that stuff, and then you got Federal Star playing Malachi, right? So basically, what's going on in this movie, we just gonna do it this way because we just gonna have a conversation, because comedy. Well, the first part ain't really comedy. It's a little bit sad. But they set it up that this girl Sarah, she from the suburbs, okay? She from Lamont, Illinois. I said, Lamont, Illinois, is that really a real place? You know, she go to Lamont High. I don't feel like looking it up, but then again, y'all know me. Where's my Internet Explorer? Oh, Lamont. Oh, that is a real place. Oh. Okay, 34 minutes away from Chicago. Had no idea. But anyway, so she live out there in Lamont, Illinois with her mamas, okay? And, you know, she's an aspiring ballerina. She want to get up into Julliard. You know, the girls always want to get to Julliard or whatever when they want to dance and they want to show off and say that, listen, I got this, okay? You know, she want to probably be in the Joffrey ballet and all that stuff and doing the nutcracker and all of that. I was like, oh, okay, that's cute or whatever. You got dreams, you got ambitions, do what you got to do. And you got parents, well, you have a parent that's going to, you know, encourage you to do so. So now it's time for her big audition, right? It's time for her big audition. And, you know, she's trying to get up into Julliard or whatever. And she's like, Mom, you supposed to come and all this stuff. Mama is working at a floral shop, right? She got a couple of funerals to do, you know what I'm saying? Floral arrangements to make for this and that. And she's short-handed because somebody said, bitch, I'm not coming in today. And so she like, oh my God, I ain't got nobody else to do this. So listen, I'm going to be backed up, but I'm going to try to get there, okay? Don't worry, I'm going to try to get there. But girl, listen, you stressing me the hell out, okay? Let me finish this. Go to your audition. I will meet you there. Girl, she went to the audition. Mama got through finally, and she trying to hurry up and get there before Mama get up there on that stage and do her thing, right? So it's like as soon as she get up there, Miss Sarah, and she was like, yeah, that's me, Miss Sarah Johnson, that's me. Okay, so she get up on the stage, right? And she do her thing, and it's this one judge, he this little mousy looking ponytail wearing with the big glass. You could tell he got picked on when he was a kid. Cause he just, I feel like when you want to be a judge like this and you want to be so tough and you want to be so hard or whatever for no reason, like, yeah, let's do the technicalities and all that stuff. But how come you couldn't let her do it again when you seen her mess up this time, but then the second time you let her do it? What was up with that? That's probably because that black man was on the stage with you. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. You probably felt a little intimidated, a little threatened. I don't know. That's how y'all feel sometimes. But she got up there. She was doing her little routine, and then it was this one little pop step. She missed a step and she fell back. And it was like, damn. And right at the same time, Mama was up in the car. Her mama was in the car just, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it. Girl, she was speeding. Probably really was just going the speed limit, okay? But yeah, you know, she was looking, I don't know if she looked for something or whatever, but then she looked up and she saw that another car had stopped because a truck had turned over in the road. And so she trying to press the brakes, and she pressed it and it just wasn't gonna go. She ran right into the truck, all that, and died. Mom got into a car accident trying to come to her daughter's goddamn audition and be there with her, and she died. Do you know how bad I will feel for the rest of my life? Do you know how bad and terrible? You can never tell me, oh, it's going to be okay. Oh, it's not your fault. Baby, I will hold that guilt for my life, okay? Like, my mama was really trying to come and support me. I just, and you can't tell me nothing. Bitch, that would be me, okay? I would be in a constant state of depression, you know? And you probably would never see me again, okay? Because I just wouldn't be able to do it. You know, I would be a hermit in a shell of myself. Because, wow, that is a lot to take on. Even though, technically speaking, it's not your fault, but that's how you incorporate it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you interpret it and everything, because you're like, oh my God, if my mama wasn't rushing to come and see me audition, she wouldn't have been on this road at this time, and she probably would still be alive because she wouldn't encounter that truck. Damn. You see, you know, it'll fuck you up. You know? And so because of that, she got to move to the south side. Okay, south side, the best side. Out here in Chicago to live with her daddy. Okay, I think the daddy name was Kenny, right? I could be wrong. It's really not that important. But, you know, the reason how come we got this whole little backstory, because she really wasn't giving up anything in the movie, you know, even when she was around people. Was because she was on the train. Looked like she was probably on the Metro train or whatever, Metro or Amtrak, trying to get to her father house in Chicago. And this black lady comes sit down next to her. She was like, oh my God, so you dance? And she was like, yeah, I used to dance and all that stuff. Woo, woo. And this is when we get the little backstory of what happened. I said, damn, Sarah, I felt really bad. Now, see, you set the movie up for it to be like kind of serious, you know what I'm saying, and drama, you know. And I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be in deep thought with this. And then it was like, as soon as she got to Chicago, as soon as her daddy came and picked her up and they went to his apartment, all the comedy for me ensued. Because I said, now wait a goddamn minute. He living up in the Shameless neighborhood, okay? And I know exactly where that neighborhood at. I said, well, good goddamn. Listen, he living by the L, okay? The train, for those that don't know, that's what we call it out here in Chicago. He's living by the L, okay? Could be the green line, could be the pink line or the brown line. No, well, it's not the brown line for sure. That's not South Side. But could be the green line, because I in the area of the green line too. And also was the orange line, but see, it was the elevated track, so it could be the green line. But either way, he's on the South Side. And they come up into the building. Now, I understand he's supposed to be like a struggling musician or something like that, because at one point he said he had a gig to go to and it's going to be late and he'll be back or whatever. And, you know, for her to fix her something to eat or whatever when she got out of school and all that stuff. But I said, now, why did you have to make this man be up in this neighborhood? Now, granted, if you don't know Chicago, there are some neighborhoods that are kind of like, I don't want to say hood, because that's what they want to do. Because if you literally read the description of what this movie is about, they say she has to go from living in the suburbs to the ghetto of Chicago. And I'm just like, I just, you know, even though that's technically sometimes what it is, but I just feel some type of way, especially the fact that they said it's because it's white lady or whatever. But hey, it is what it is, you know. How come they couldn't have him living in a little bit more decent place? I'm just asking. They literally wanted to play up this aesthetic of being in the hood, in the ghetto, just poverty stricken. Okay, and I was just like, damn, daddy, y'all couldn't make daddy be a little bit more, having a little bit more going on for himself. He ain't have to have the best place, but it could have been a little bit better than that. Okay, I'm sitting here like, when they get up in there, as soon as they open up the door to walk up the steps, the chip peeling off the wall and everything. Oh, I said, oh my God, asbestos, lead poisoning, mesothelioma, something like that. That's what it was given. And then they get up into the apartment. The apartment is raggedy as hell. Okay, raggedy as hell, dusty as hell. The refrigerator was the small white ass refrigerator that looked like it was from 1942. I said, oh my goodness, like, what is this? What is this, dead? You really using the refrigerator that was there. Okay, now granted, most apartments these days come furnished. And when they do furnish the compartment, a lot of them do replace the appliances, right? But this is in 2001. Still, you could have went out and brought a better refrigerator, even if it was a mini one, okay? And stacked them bitches. I was just really confused as to why it looked like that. And it was dirty as hell on the outside. I said, now let me tell you something. The way she came up into that house, and I understand that she ain't had nowhere else to go. Miss Sarah was a little bit better than me. She was a little bit better than me. I feel like I'm a little bit more bougie than her, because ain't no way in hell Ashley would have stayed there. I would have said, listen, I don't know what we gonna do, but bitch, we gonna have to get grandma on the phone. We gonna have to get auntie, uncle, somebody else on the phone, because I am not staying here. Her daddy apartment looked like it had roaches. It looked like it smelled of roaches, okay? And if you ever had roaches, you know exactly what smell I'm talking about. But anyway, I ain't afraid to say that at one point in time. I already told y'all that we lived in my over there in the building that my grandparents had. Girl, we was fine for so many years, and then out of nowhere, roaches came for like a good year and a half. I guess my granddaddy finally got the exterminator to come up in there, because after that year and a half, baby, we ain't had nothing else. And then by the time that happened, we went on ahead and moved the fuck out. Like, girl, what the hell? I would never. I said, Dad would have told me to turn around. And then he talking about, oh, this my room right here. I ain't make my bed. But I'm like, that's your daughter. So you mean to tell me you ain't gonna just take your shit out the room and let her sleep up in there, but you gonna give her the couch in the living room, and not just the couch, the sofa bed? Talk about something. You probably ain't seen one of these since the Nixon presidency, but it's a brand new mattress in there. I said, who brought it? You look like you got this off of the goddamn curb, okay? I said, girl, shake your shit out. I said, listen, at this point, Miss Sarah, do not, and I mean do not take nothing out your bags, okay? Keep your bags closed up. Get you some tape and close up all the freaking corners, okay? Because you ain't trying to be embarrassed when you go to school. And you finna go to a black hat school too, and girl, they gonna clown your ass. They probably sit in the house with roaches too, but they gonna clown your ass if they see one crawling on your ass too. I'm just saying. And then when he said, I'm trying to get your room together, baby, he opened up that door. First of all, the door was hanging off the hinges and it could barely open up. And then as soon as you open it up, there is a big ass hole in the wall because the drywall is coming off. I would have said, get me the fuck out of here. You know what? Grief had her going, because she said, listen, it's better than nothing, okay? I said, girl, you better than me. You better than me, girlfriend. So then she get ready to go to school the next day. And she get out there. Now, I hate the description of this, right? Because depending on where you go look up where the movie is from or what the movie is about, the little description will say that you have this white girl that comes to an all-black school and she's the only white person there. Mind you, that's a lie, because we already seen that it was a white girl in the crew with Snooki, their friend, Derek, Chanel, and Nikki, and all of them, or whatever. But she was like the Pink of the group. And what I mean about that, y'all remember when Pink was black? Most girls Lisa, I love that Pink. I love when Alicia used black. Okay, She turned to her black card after a couple of albums, and she said, "Girl, this wasn't for me. This is what L.A. Reid wanted me to do." I said, "I could dig that. I could dig that." But you gave us a classic first album, and I love that. I love that for you. I'll let you have that, okay? Cause baby, I played that album out. All right. But yeah, they had a little girl up in the group like that. Then when you get in there and you see her go through the thing or whatever, it's other white people there. In her classroom, it was a white girl too, you know, and it was a group of them because they was at lunch together or whatever. But they was all just looking at her like, "Oh my God, who's this white bitch or whatever? Who this?" Da, da, da. I said, "Y'all ain't never seen a white person before." Granted, y'all seen them up in y'all school. Now I understand. If you in a predominantly one thing type of situation, and then you see something that's different come in, yeah, you're gonna stare. But at the same time, they was acting as if they had never seen one in a school, and they had not had any of them in the school, or don't even have it in there. I was like, girl, you sitting right next to a white girl, okay? So like, let's calm it down, okay? So after that, Mama found her classroom. You know, she was a little shaken or whatever. She was surprised that she went from going to a regular, you know, quote unquote safe school out there in suburbia, okay? And she had to come to this hood ass school in the hood, in the ghetto of the south side of Chicago, and go through the metal detector. And then that one dude, the metal detector was going off on him, and it was almost like she ain't never seen no metal detector before. I said, huh? She was looking intensely like, what's going on? Especially with the wine. I said, oh, okay. That black girl that was waiting after her, she was just looking like, come on, bitch. That's what you know. You know, that's what she was saying. Like, damn, bitch, can you get your bag and go? But so she go to class or whatever. This is where she meet Derek. Derek was in her class. They talking about Truman Capote, which I found so ironic at this time, because if y'all was watching, Feud on FX was about Truman Capote and his swans or whatever. It was a decent show. It could have been better, but it was cool for the most part. And they was talking about, I think, Answered Prayers, his one of his books, right? The last book that he wrote, I believe. And, you know, the teacher told her, Miss John said, if you can't keep up, you know, because I know you just got here, you could just come after school and, you know, I could, you know, catch you up or whatever. She was like, no, girl, this is what's going on about it. And it was about this and about fiction and all this stuff. He made a new genre. And here come Derek. Well, you know, he wouldn't have to make a new genre because he was trying to scare away the white folks or whatever and all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, okay. You know, Sean Patrick Thomas always played a character where he thinks he know it all. Okay, he the smart one. He got a flex that he know it all and everything. Sean Patrick Thomas character in Say the Last Dance grew up literally to be the character that he was in Barbershop 1. Okay, and then he finally grew up again to be what he was in Barbershop 2. Just go with it. Think about it, okay? Because they both was the same thing. Same thing. Pump his assholes a little bit. Just slightly. But see, he was more down to earth in this, but then he still had to flex or whatever on the new girl. And so, you know, after that, she go to her locker. This one she meets Chanel, because Chanel had got her, or I should say Chanel. She got her bag off the floor, and the girl was looking like, oh my God, where my bag at? She said, never put your bag on the floor. You see how easy that was? And she was like, oh yeah, thank you. And she turned back around. Chanel was already gone. She got to lunch. Baby, she tried to go to lunch, and she was like, where should I sit at? Girl, she peeped the scene. She saw it was a table full of white folks, and she was like, they ain't got no seasoning, and they really look dulled out. I said, the cinematography on that, why they make them look like they were so faded out? I said, that ain't even right. Meanwhile, she spots Chanel, right? And she tried to go over there, and these two girls sit up in the seat, and so she just said, bump that. So after that, something happened where I guess Chanel and her do link up, and Derek and her get into it a little bit, talking about dancing and all this stuff or whatever, because when they had took gym, see, let me tell you something, Sarah, you can't come into environments like this anywhere and try to show out. And I don't even think that she understood that she kind of showed out, and she made us look a little stupid a little bit, because Nikki and them all had gym together, right? And they was doing gymnastics. Let me tell you something. Gymnastic was the thing back in the day. I don't care what nobody say. And see, I was chunky. I was a little big girl in school too. But baby, when we used to do them flips and stuff, your girl was out here doing flips, doing round offs, doing all of that shit. Girl, I was out here moving, girl. You know, it is what it is. Don't let the size fool you. I had so much fun up in gymnastics. It was great. It was everything. I want to know Simone Biles. Okay, but I was doing a little something, you know, rolling around like a fucking butterball. You couldn't tell me shit, bitch. But yeah, she got up on that. She was like, you know, Nikki did her little thing on the balance beam or whatever. I said, oh, that's not even that, you know, difficult or whatever. And it was like, Sarah Johnson, you're next. Now, see, the way that Sarah want to get up there on the balance beam, you know, I said, oh, you ain't have to jump up there like that. Why are you pointing your toes? Like, I said, oh, what you trying to do? You trying to show out, girl. Mind you, they think that she trying to show out. I'm thinking that she trying to show out. Meanwhile, it's just her natural training. You know, it's muscle memory. She's not even thinking about it. It's not even giving a second thought. That's just how she learned, and her body just automatically goes. So because gymnastic, ballet, and all that stuff, it's goddamn the same thing practically. You know, you're balancing, bitch. Pointy toes. All right. So next thing you know, they doing all of that. Girl, Chanel is all into it. She was like, oh my God, girl, how you learn how to do that? How you learn how to twist your body and all this stuff like this or whatever? I was like, she was like, you know, because I went to be a ballerina and all this stuff or whatever, woo, woo, woo. Somehow, I don't even remember how Derek got up into the mix. I just know that Miss Sarah said, I could dance circles around you. I said, You know, sometimes we be a little bit cocky when people try to put us on the spot or whatever, and so we try to fit in and everything and not look stupid or whatever, like we can't hold our own. So we say stuff that we ain't supposed to, and know damn well we can't back it up. And it was like, okay, cool. Because they had invited her to Steps. Okay, this is this club. They had to get some fake IDs. They got that girl. They did her so wrong. And the way that she was able to still get up in that goddamn club with that bitch on that ID. She said, oh my God, first of all, she's older, she fat. Who the fuck is this? And Chanel said, you want to get in, right? Take the ID. Girl, she came there dressed like little Mary Poppins, okay? It was very much late 1999, late 1997, 99, the way that, you know, Miss Julia, aka Miss Sarah, was dressing just to go to Steps. And I said, ma'am, no, we in 2001. You gotta come into the decade, okay? You gotta come into the next decade, all right? So Chanel had to get her together in a car or whatever. And, you know, she saw her house. She saw that Chanel has a baby and all that stuff. Let me just tell you this. Chanel I do like the way, to a certain extent, the way that they portrayed the single mom, the teenage mom or whatever. Because, yeah, that stuff still happens these days. And I just need to understand, especially when we saw Kenny is obviously older than them. Kenny is obviously older than Chanel. And the baby looked like the baby is just like probably under 1. And so my whole thing is, what in the statutory rape is going on and y'all acting like this is all to the good? Baby, that's just how it was in the hood and still is to this day. Like, people really just don't understand that a lot of these teenagers that are going up having kids at teenage age are not getting pregnant all the time by teenagers that are on age. They're getting pregnant by older people. Okay? And that is literally what they portrayed. And he worked at Pepsi. He wasn't taking care of his kid and all this stuff. And the way that, you know, when they was at the club and he came up on Chanel and she was like, hold on, because that's my baby daddy right there. That's cute right there. And she was trying to act, first you giddy, but then you trying to act hard. You know, well, your son ain't seen you. You know, you was supposed to come back on Sunday. Well, I had to work on Sunday or whatever, but I'll come and get him next week. That's what you say all the time. And he all up, come on, you wanna dance? I said, why he sound like that? You cannot look that grown and sound that small at the same time. What the fuck is going on with that voice? Okay, put a little bass in it. Alright, that's all I wanted him to do. But like, Chanel, get your ass on this goddamn floor and let me do something. Okay, let's boom. You know, that's what I wanted to hear. But he gave me this. He gave me Dr. Greg voice. And if you've been watching Married to Medicine, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? I said, girl, what about that turned you on? Because that would have driven me all the way up. Okay? I said, child, what is this? And then he started whispering some shit up in our ear. Next thing you know, they go onto the floor and they dancing or whatever. now. I said, come on. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. I said, all right, y'all doing a lot for some kids. See, that's how you ended up pregnant. And then here come Derek over there, had to shame Miss Sarah just because she ain't know what to get as a drink. Because he was like, you would know not to get just anything if you was a real drinker. I said, well, she's goddamn 17 years old. I would hope she's not a real drinker. How dare y'all come up there and try to shame this little girl like that? She the only one that's acting her age. Everybody else acting like they 20 plus up. I'm just sitting here like, oh, y'all look fast. Y'all are fast, okay? And he was like, I thought you said that you was going to run circles around me. And she was like, I'm trying to get a drink. I want to do all that or whatever. He was like, no, come on. Now, see, what you not going to do, you're not going to make me do what I don't want to do. And you're not going to put me on the spot. And I'm obliged to just because I said something that I know I shouldn't have said. Girl, what? Drag me on the floor. Okay, that's what you would have had to do. And then she get on the floor and she looks so lost. I said, wow. No. Mind you, this is after she done got into it with Nikki, okay? Because Nikki just, girl, calling her white bread. Nikki was just a bitch. Mind you, Chanel got her together and said, bitch, you better shut up because I can lay all your shit bare, okay? And Chanel don't like the way that she did her brother. Come to find out, Nikki and Derek used to be a thing. And what wound up happening is, excuse me, Derek was with her. She basically broke up with him for a college student in Northwestern, and then that just didn't work. And she was trying to get him back ever since she saw him flirting or whatever, getting it in with Julia, aka Miss Sarah. They was all up in there. Damn, Nikki, she all up in your nut and cracking it. I said, girl, shut the fuck up. And Nikki was pissed ever since, okay? She was like, that bitch ain't got shit on me. She really don't, but he like what he like and all that stuff. I said, girl, sit your ass down. Next thing you know, you get Malachi, which is Federal Star character. Let me tell you something. Federal Star cannot play nothing else but a hood nigga, I guess. I don't want to say a thug, but a hood nigga, okay? A street dude. We seen him play that on Moesha. We see him play this on Say the Last Dance. We seen him play that on Light It Up. Y'all gotta know Light It Up. You are a real one if you seen Light It Up, okay? They didn't have to shoot him in the back like that. But anyway, and y'all know which character I'm talking about. Oh, R.I.P. Anyway, so yeah, they was friends, and he just got out of juvie. Now you would think a nigga would try to stay out of trouble if you just got out of juvie. He spot nigga in the club that he don't fuck with and went over there and beat his ass, which caused Derek to go over there and help beat his ass because he was getting a little jump from the back too and everything. And it was like, oh, can we not go somewhere without fighting or whatever? I was just like, oh my God, here we go. So then, they went on ahead and they left the club real quick or whatever so they won't get in trouble. And, Chanel was about to go home. She was like, girl, we live right around the corner. And Derek was like, I'll walk you home, Julie, and all that stuff. And so they walk home and all this. And then he just went on ahead and said, well, I'll go ahead and give you a lesson to do hip hop. And I said, what? And then you could hear, this movie was giving very much Jungle Fever, okay? Like, because he concerned about the fact that I'm walking you home. Do you think something gonna happen or whatever? Like, gee whiz, you gonna let me walk you home? Or gee whiz, you're gonna make me bust a cap in your ass? And I'm just sitting here like, what? Girl, if y'all gonna have all these type of, things, why y'all going through all this? It was just irritating. I said, what the fuck is this? And, the daddy got a nerve to be up in his feelings, the fact that the girl came home early in the morning. And I was with her, bitch, and right, all of a sudden you want to care? You ain't been in my life all this time, and now you give a damn where I'm at? Baby, stop it. I'm finna do what I need to do, okay? Just know I ain't out here fucking yet, all right? Meanwhile, this is where the infamous scene come from. when Derek teaches her how to do hip hop. We're gonna teach you guys how to do hip hop, okay? First, you walk back and forth and back and forth. You do that little bounce. It's all in the shoulder, right? You gotta do a little bounce, and then you go to the side, okay? And then you step with it, and you step with it, and you step with it. Bitch, that's what they was getting. Okay, now let me just tell you this. When I was a kid, oh my God, okay, as an adult, it's like, girl, what? Are you serious? Now, if you trying to teach her hip hop and you trying to teach her to dance, okay, outside of her contemporary ballerina stance and all that stuff, where she got to be so damn stiff, and even, we'll get to that. Misty Copeland, she can do little ballerina and it don't be stiff. That's because she black. Anyway, she know how to put the flavor on there, okay? But at the same time, here's my thing. I wanted Sarah to open up her mouth and say, damn, is you trying to teach me to be a Nick? Well, don't say that. Is you trying to teach me to be a man or something? Because all of the stuff that you trying to teach me is giving very much you want me to be a white stud at this point, and that ain't even a thing. Like, you want me to be a butch or what? Like, what's going on? What is happening? Because he was teaching her. Now say, with it. I said, hold on. Now I want you to walk like this. Why is she walking with a limp? Okay, why you got her sitting there with her legs wide open? I said she about to get some dick. Like, what's going on? Not take some, give some. Like, what's happening? I said, can you soften this up just a little bit? You know, Miss Sarah don't need to be knowing how to do all of this shit, you know? It was just a lot. It was a lot, you know? Y'all, I keep on thinking about Scary Movie too. It was like, got a meat. Bitch. Y'all I mean? Now run me that shit. Y'all I mean? That shit was fuck. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3 are the best out of the franchise. And out of those 3, Scary Movie 1 and 2 are the best too. Girl. You know, and then it was at this one point, right? He did a little dance move to show off, and then it ended in a split that he stood up in, right, with no hands. And then she was like, "Oh, you can show off like that." And then she do her little plie, what is it? Point around and do her little twirl and all that stuff, and do her little leg up in the air. I said both y'all was lame. Baby, we were so excited looking at this. We was like, "Oh my God, this is cute." Oh my God, we were so easily entertained or whatever. It just don't make no sense. Meanwhile, you get Sarah on the phone with her friend back in Lamont. Okay, she was like, "Oh my God, so you was dancing? Have you seen any?" She was like, "Yeah, and I like this boy." It was like, "Oh my God, is it a white boy?" No, it's not a white boy. It was like, what? Like, isn't it like the ghetto? Don't you want to come back? I said, bitch, if you don't shut. I said, Sarah, hang up the phone. Hang up the phone. And then the next day she go to school, you get Malachi up in the bathroom basically yoking up this girl because she owed him money for the drugs that she got from him. And then Sarah came up in there and she broke that shit up and let the girl run. And so now she on Malachi's shit list. Okay. I said, oh. And so, you know, we get to see Derek and, Sarah. They taking a bus together. He taking her to the studio. He trying to get her to open up or whatever about her mama and all this stuff. She don't want to do that. Then we get this when they up in the studio where he trying to teach her how to whine and dance up on him or whatever. I said, girl, you got to loosen that shit up. Loosen it up. Put some oil in it, bitch. Okay. Like, God damn, make it woo. Okay. I said, ma'am. She was like, how my butt? I said, what butt? Okay. I just said, loosen up a little bit. You're just with Derek, Next thing you know, she's over there at Chanel's house and they girl talking or whatever. And mind you, they come to the fact that, yeah, she got a little feelings for Derek. And then we hear some little screaming and cheering because Derek got accepted to Georgetown. Derek is a smarty, and that's good. He has hopes, dreams, and aspiration. And in movies like this, it's always like that, where you try to make it seem as if they're in this poverty-stricken hood, gangster, drug-infested, gang-infested neighborhood or whatever, and they're trying to get out, and they're that smart kid, the one that they think that all the people in this neighborhood is like this, but it's that one person that gets out because, they're going to live up to their potential. you just give them a chance. They're really, really smart. And so he's that one. He wanted to be a doctor, and he got into the school of his choice, which is Georgetown. Next thing she's they on the train. He take her on a date, and it's this white lady that's just staring at them. I said, why are you staring? I don't care. I was like, and you know the reason why they were staring, because she white, he black. And then she was like, just go with me. Acting like they flirting with each other, and touching and kissing and all that stuff. And the lady got so upset. I said, girl, get the fuck. I would have did the same thing Sarah did when she was like, since you want a goddamn show and you looking so fucking hard, let's go. What you gonna say now? Okay? Get your ass up. He took her to the ballet out there at the Chicago Theater. She's like, oh my God, I can't go up in here. He was like, yes, you can. And so she go up in there, and, afterwards, she was just a little bit quiet. This gets her to break down about her mom and all this stuff. And I'm just sorry she couldn't come because she was rushing to get to me. And she was trying to get to my audition. And I killed my mom. I'm sorry. And I'm just so sorry. And I said, oh. I said, yeah. Yeah, technically, but no. And he basically was trying to encourage her to get back into it. You know what I'm saying? That's just basically what that led her to. For her to get back into dancing and go and head out for her goal of, getting into Julliard. Okay. And that's just what wound up happening. She wound up, busting out her ballet shoes and, practicing and all that stuff. And she's doing a little hip hop dance in the alleyway under the train tracks. And I said, we don't do that. I said this movie was so unrealistic because, first of all, I will tell you this. There are white people that live in black neighborhoods, like in, the ghettos, okay? Because if you out here in Chicago, especially on the south side, there's Bridgeport and there is Canaryville and New City. Well, they call it New City now, but technically it's just Canaryville. We call it Canaryville. Canaryville is literally right here. Bridgeport is right here, okay? It's literally like you step over the line. Just like if you step over that line, you no longer in U.S., you in Mexico, or you no longer in U.S., you in Canada. It's just like that. And when I tell you, literally, some of the most ghettoest white folks and just poet shit mixed in with the blacks, girl. So that's probably why they put the daddy up in there to make it seem like that. But at the same time, it's like, girl, all right, I still don't appreciate them doing that. But she doing her stuff or whatever. I'm glad they did show how, being a ballerina and all the bruising and stuff that they do to their body and everything. When she showed her toe all fucked up, I said, oh my God. And mind you, she hadn't been doing this for a minute, so she had to break that shit back in. I said, oh. Dancers' feet are so ugly. Okay, so ugly because they be serious about their crap. Next thing you know, they're back at steps and they're on the dance floor. And next thing you know, you got Derek and you got Sarah. They're taking over. Don't stop, get it. Don't stop, hit it. Let's do it. Do it. Okay, and I'm sitting here like, you can do it. Put your back into it. I said, all right. And then they doing the thing, and she loosened up a little bit, and it's just her favorite move. I said, girl, all right. And I was just like, why is everybody circling around this lady? Okay, I'm sitting here like, y'all are circling around her like she is doing the most phenomenal thing ever. She's doing the most basic dance. I said, she's doing the most basic dance that she is thinking about. She is trying to remember the steps, and she had to practice the steps so she could show out when she go to the club. Okay, it's giving very much Beat Street. Y'all remember when y'all had the crew that come up to the clubs, and then y'all, this is back in the day. I wasn't around this time. I was just born. Okay, so I was a baby, but I used to watch the movies or whatever, and they go to the club, and they had a routine going because they practiced. That's how they was dancing on that floor, but the dance wasn't even good. Okay, and I'm sitting here like, this is white mediocrity at its best. I said this was the first example of white mediocrity and people hyping it up. Black folks hyping it up. I'm just sitting here like, they was like, God, Sarah. God. I said, what the fuck she doing? I'm so sorry. I said, A for effort. Well, E for effort. Okay, she was alright. I guess that was a come up from the last time we seen her at Staples where she couldn't do shit. Okay, she was so confused on that floor like this. Oh my god, what is he doing? And now she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, girlfriend. And then Nikki was like, bitch, watch me break this shit up. I said, oh, sit your hating ass down. Girl, she came down there dancing with him and all that stuff. And then, I said, now, Derek, y'all already established that y'all are together and you let this bitch come in between you like this? You let her throw her titties on your chest like that? You let her back her ass up on your frontal like that? And you put your hands on her waist like that? And your bitch right there, what? Are you serious? And then I said, Miss Sarah, see, I know you don't know nothing about this life because you wound up sitting there and letting this happen. Okay, because you should have dogged and dragged that bitch right in there. You probably would have got your ass beat. But then again, you probably wouldn't. But then you probably would have got your ass beat. But you would have put up a front and you would have said, listen, this mine. You would have claimed your territory. I was like, she gonna go up there and just watch. And they danced like for 2 songs. And then here come Malachi. She's oil, you're milk, and they're never mixed. I said, what the fuck, nigga? She ain't trying to mix with that, okay? It was like, Derek don't need to be with you. I said, excuse me, shut the fuck up. So Derek had to come up there and make her feel bad and say, my bad for dancing with her. I thought you was dancing with Snooki. But everything is all good. Girl, after this, they go to her place. I would be so embarrassed to bring somebody up into that apartment. And especially compared to their apartment, the niggas' apartment or the black folks' apartment was so much better than the white folks. I said, oh my God. You gonna let that man come up in there and see you living up in this way? Trying to show them that, baby, I'm no different from y'all. It's just skin color. I was like, oh, okay. And they wind up doing it well. And then you got Malachi, who is, listen. Excuse me, sinuses. The next scene, we see Derek meet up with Malachi and some friends, right? At a little burger joint, right? And they clowning him about being with the white girl or whatever. Okay, fine. I mean, ha, snowflake, all that shit. Whatever, fine. But at the same time, Malachi wants him to come with him to go back and retaliate against the nigga that he beat up in the club, because that same dude that he beat up in the club, I guess, took over 4 of his spots, his drug spots, right? Corner spots or whatever. And so now he want to go to the west side and retaliate. And I said, baby, the reaction that Derek gave when he said, I ain't going over there to the west side. I ain't going over there. I said, that is exactly how we feel over here. Bitch, I ain't gonna move on the west side if I ain't had to. Especially back then, bitch. Hell no. West side is really like a whole different country over there. I'm just telling you. It really is. But he wanted him to come with him. And Derek is really that person that he sees his surroundings, right? He see where he came from. The mom was on drugs and the mom left, never came back. You know what I'm saying? After she got herself together, didn't want the kids, left them with the grandmother. You see the hustling in the neighborhoods. You see the violence. You see the gangs. You see all of that, right? You see the hopelessness, but he's not going to let that deter him away from the dreams that he had of becoming a doctor and not staying in the situation that he was presented with, but elevating himself and getting out, because he's using all of his brain, using his talent to get him out. He has dreams, he has hope, he has aspirations, because he has people in his life that are encouraging him. His big mama, his sister, probably his friends, his real friends, not Malachi, right? Malachi, on the other hand, is the type of nigga that sees their so-called friend, and I say so-called because obviously he's not a friend to him. If you're not going to encourage him to do good or whatever, but you're trying to drag him down, you see him going on the right path to get out of this mess. But because you are so content of living this life of streets and everything, you want to pull him back into your shit and all of that, just because you... they took a little, their little history is they went on a burglary together. And instead of Derek getting caught because the cops is on his ass, Malachi broke some car windows, and that caused the cops to turn around to him because the alarms went off, and it took him. That's why he was in juvie and all that stuff. So basically, it's like, well, nigga, you owe me. No, bitch, I ain't asked you to do that. You did that for yourself, but at the same time, how about you get yourself together? He still want to pull him back in that shit, right? And he was like, no, I ain't finna do that. But then again, you know, after that, I was just like, don't fall for it. Then we get this scene where Nikki and freaking Sarah get into a fight because they was playing basketball and the ball accidentally hit Sarah, Nikki in the back of the head. And you know, Nikki don't even fuck with Sarah no more. Okay, or she never did. And then she was like, look at you, a white bitch always coming up in here trying to take our men. You conquer everything and now you trying to take our men too. I said, oh. And so at this point, you also see a parallel scene where the guys are playing basketball and then these dudes come past and do a drive-by. And Malik is the only one, or I should say Malachi is the only one that's not ducking because he also has a weapon and he's firing back, which is also stupid at the same time because they could have shot him while he was standing up. What bothered me was later on when Snooki came over there, he tried to punk out Snooki and say, why don't you get on your knees because that's what you like to do, right? Just because he rightfully and naturally ducked when the bullets was flying. And everybody else on the court was doing the same thing. Who the fuck stands up and just watch what's going on when you see bullets or you hear bullets and stuff flying and everybody else is ducking too? You trying to save your ass, okay? And especially if you ain't got nothing on you. I said, what type of logic is this? Meanwhile, you get Chanel, you know, at this point, well, Sarah had went to the club with him, and you know, Malachi, he said some fucked up shit. Oh, you gonna do this for this bitch? You gonna choose this bitch over me? That caused him to punch his ass, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, all right. And by this time, the movie's just getting like, okay, when we gonna turn this shit off, okay? Because y'all getting on my nerves. You're getting on my nerves, like, really? Really? Because we already seen this trope so many times. And see, this is what Cord Jefferson was talking about. We are so much more than just street niggas and you know, poverty and trying to get up out of poverty and whatever. We got so much more stories to sell, you know. But hey, it is what it is. It's back in 2001, and you know, it comes to a point where Chanel and Kenny get into it. Get him ready. You not taking my baby and you talking like that? No. I said, get this nigga out of here, okay? Meanwhile, she pissed off over the fight that she had with Kenny, and she kind of took it out on Sarah. Sarah took time out of her day to go to the free clinic for her, and I could tell that was a free clinic because of the wait time and how many people was up in there. And I was just like, bitch, Sarah, you better than me because Ashley wouldn't be up in there waiting. Because old girl said we've been up in here for an hour and a half and our appointment was an hour ago, over an hour ago. I said, what? Not me, okay? Not me, you know, but the baby needs come first. And I'm talking about not me, meaning I'm not finna sit up in there with you when I could be doing some other things. But hey, it is what it is. Sarah was actually trying to be a good friend. And Sarah really was a good person in this, okay? She really was a good person. Everybody was a good person. Except for Nikki, except for Malachi. But Nikki, you know, she had a little valid reason. But then again, it's like at the same time, she really didn't because you the one that fucked up. You dissed him, and now this woman got your man or your ex-man, and you more so upset at the fact that she's a white girl. Okay, now if she was black, would you feel some type of way too? I don't think so. If you did, you wouldn't feel as intensely, you know. And then, you know, Sarah wound up telling Chanel this. And she had told, I think her father or whatever that was going on, what happened, or she told Derek what happened or whatever. And she was like, I get you. You didn't tell him what you did. You didn't tell him your part. I guess you just put it all on Nikki. Because, you know, she was wrong for hitting you or whatever. But she had a point, okay, about y'all get everything as it is. You'll get everything coming in, and then the one thing that we get is that one person, that one guy in the neighborhood that's gonna get out, that has dreams, that has hopes, that has aspirations, who can actually make it out, who's smart and all of this stuff, and then you come with your lily white ass and come take them. That's what he's talking about. So that's what Nikki meant. I said, oh, I mean, that's the debate that goes on Twitter. Now, I seen something on Twitter, baby. I said, oh, they said, how come, and this was a girl that said, how come a white guy who is a quote unquote kind of like a wig or whatever get more accepted than a white woman who has braids? Because there was this white guy that had locks in his hair, and he looked like he had them. They looked like mine. All right, and he was dressed like a nigga, or we perceive a nigga to be like a hood nigga, whatever. And he was definitely a wigger. You know what I'm saying? A white nigga. That's what he was trying to portray himself as. And I was like, that's interesting. That is true, but I don't like it either way. Okay, but hey, it is what it is. Some of y'all do, but hey, to each his own. But anyway, so this made Sarah get her ass up. She made her get out, and you had to think about things. We are not equal, okay? And she go over there with Derek, and she trying to rehearse whatever, and it just didn't go well, and they wound up breaking up because she couldn't get past what but Chanel said. And it was the skin color thing, the interracial thing, and all that stuff. If you think it's going to be a problem for us seeing each other because, I'm black and you white, why don't you just go ahead and say it right now? Well, that's the problem, okay? And I can't deal with it right now. So, bye-bye, And so, left her, and he wound up telling Malachi that he going to go ahead and be there with him. And I was just like, child, get the fuck. The daddy finally fixed up Sarah's room. I said, now fix up the rest of the place, all right? Do that, okay? And so after that, he took her to the audition. And you see that Derek had a little conversation with Chanel when they was out there playing on the playground with the baby, and she finally told him that, what she said to Sarah. And he was like, damn, bitch, stay the fuck about my business. Who was older? So I'm going to assume that Derek was older. Was he? Or were they twins? I don't know. But anyway, so he went over there and told Malachi, listen, I can't come with you. What? You mean to tell me you can't come? You wasted my time. Ain't nobody waste your time. Okay? Ain't nobody waste your time. It was like, I should have did that. I see we'll do it. All right? He don't need you. Okay, and soon enough, he get up in that car. He go over there, do that little shootout. They get into a car accident because somebody shoot the back of the car, got on fire, and they crashed the bitch. And now all of y'all arrested. In the hospital and arrested. Okay, so now you're not going to juvie. You are about to go to big adult jail. Okay, that's where you're going. It's a good thing that Derek did not go there because that would have fucked him up. And he would have lost his Georgetown acceptance. And so he run over there to Sarah's house. Sarah! I said she ain't her. She at the audition, okay? And then she goes to the audition, and then it's time for her to do her little audition. Now, in the process of him trying to get there, I guess it was like 2 rounds. So the first round, it was more so like traditional ballet, you know what I'm saying? And so, she do her little thing, and it was real nice, and it was clean, and it was everything, right? I said I could see you getting into Julliard because of that, because you look like they kind of stiff, and that's what they want, And it was that same old judge from before that was a dig, but hey, it is what it is. Next thing you know, we see Derek get on the train. He comes up to the Chicago theater. He comes up in there. I said, now how he make it through towards the theaters where he can just come on in? Okay. Sarah bring the chair out, and this is when she got her little change on because she got her pants on now. And, she tried to get into it or whatever, and she tried to lean onto the chair, and she missed. And it was like, okay, Miss Johnson, you want to start over? I said, oh, so you finna let her start over again? You didn't let her start over the first time when we first seen her in the very beginning of the movie. What has changed? Okay? It was like, are you ready? Here comes Derek. She's ready. I said, calm down. Calm down. I would have been just like, who let this motherfucker in here? You gotta go. Okay? But at this point, he come up there and he give her a little pep talk. I said, who does this in an audition? Baby, they would have told her, girl, get the hell up off the stage. We ain't got time for this. Okay? One and done. You messed up your chance and it's time to go. Come try again next year. That's what it would have did. And he was like, you got this. You got this. I said, look at this shit. And then here comes, she wanted to show us that she meant business because dude was like, Miss Sarah, I'm ready. Okay. I said, oh, you cut him off? He was like, well, okay. And then the music come on. Live your dreams. It's not as hard as mixing. Gotta work together. I said, oh, okay. And she do her little thing or whatever. And this is what I'm talking about when I say she danced like Britney Spears, in the sense that she was thinking about the steps and you can clearly see it. I don't know if she was trying to make it seem like she's intense and I want you to watch me and I'm gonna glare at you, but it was just really, really weird the way that she kept on looking at the judge or just looking out forward or whatever. It was creepy a little bit to me. And she was so still. And granted, I know that Julia Stiles is not an actual dancer. At least I think she's not. You know, I didn't look her up or whatever. But I'm going to assume that she's not. But at the same time, I've seen actors and actresses who have never had any background in dancing do dance movements and stuff. And it's very fluid. It's very fluidity. You know what I'm saying? And they're not stiff and they evoke emotion. I didn't believe that performance. Look at me judging. I didn't believe that performance. There was no je ne sais quoi to it. There was no feeling. I didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like very manufactured. It felt very, boring. And it felt like you was forcing it. This is not who you are. And then I said, what? And then the heel toe, I said, oh, no. And then the body roll, I said, that's definitely not you, ma'am. And after that, she was able to get into Julliard. All of this. I said, what's that? She was able to get into Julliard. And that's the end of the movie. They went to Steppers and everybody, they to Step. Her and Chanel made up and they all had fun. Girl, if y'all don't get this shit up out my face, we really loved this movie back in the day. Well, some of us. Because I'm not even going to sit here and lie to y'all. I did like this movie back in the day. And I'm talking about when it first came out. I'm just going to blame my fully child heart at the time. I'm an adult now, and I'm just like, what the fuck was this? You know what? We really don't have any more dance movies like that. We don't have any more dance movies like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, if we do get another dance movie, what is it going to be full of? TikTok dances? Oh my God, TikTok has really ruined the dancing for people. Like, I don't know. Because I'm so tired of seeing the same moves, and then it's taken from TikTok. And I see it in like people music videos and stuff like that, and on this performances and everything, and I'm just like, no. That's including my girl too. Okay, y'all already know. My girl, what the fuck is that? Anyway. Oh, y'all is probably gonna cut this thing up. Y'all, for real, did y'all like Say the Last Dance when you first saw it? Compare it from when you first saw it to now as an adult. Did your view on it change, or did you always feel the same about it? Put it in the comments. Let's discuss, you guys. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys later.